of Make Your Life Count Minute with Jill. I don't know if you can tell, but I have been crying and crying because we got the results, from the elections, and it definitely looks like President Biden is going to be in and Vice President Harris. And as devastating as that is, that I feel like there was fraud and there was definitely a lot of irregularities that are not constitutional. And I feel like leaders are going to get in office that are not going to fight for the unborn baby. And they're going to call evil good and good evil. But let's remember, especially if you're a Christian, not to put your sights on this country, even though it is the good old US of A. But remember that we need to keep our eyes on Jesus, keep our eyes on heaven, for our redemption draweth nigh, and take hope that he's still on the throne.
We are back for the gab. Today, we are going to, in honor of the inauguration, new president, we're going to be looking at the best of the Joe Rodrigues Trump era content, okay? So let's just hop right into it. I'm keeping a little bit casual today. I've been craving this. I was craving ice cream. Here we are. Honey. I don't know about that. All right. Where to start? There's just so many gems, I promise. I love this one. I couldn't sit back and watch them take advantage of you anymore. A billionaire said this. We can trust those. They are coming after me because I am standing in their way and standing guard for the country that we love. I'm not going to contest the quote and what it says. I'm going to read what Jill captioned it. Thank you, President Trump, for fighting for the hardworking citizens of America. Thank you for not supporting bigger government that coddles the welfare citizens, always looking out for handouts and easy street life. You are a good president that supports the past, rich history of the greatest nation on earth, the good old USA. Always looking for a handout and an easy street. Which is crazy because I'm sure in life she's had to accept plenty of handouts from Christians to help take care of her 13 kids. I guess if it didn't come from the government, it's different. Okay. The welfare citizen. That's why people hate Donald Trump. Those rich celebrities, that's why they hate him, because they want to be on welfare. They want a welfare state. Love this one. Love this one. I feel like anybody who has to use language that co-ops the Black Lives Matter movement is somebody who would have been against integration. You would have hated, you would have been pissed about Board of Education or Brown versus Board of Education. You would have been upset. You would have pulled your kids out of school. You would have homeschooled them to protect them from black kids. You would have been outside integration is evil. Anybody who co-ops Black Lives Matter, you would have definitely been at a Klan rally, sis. You're already in Plexus and MLM, and we know the Klan had big MLM vibes, and if you don't know, go look that up. Love that for us. Love that for America. Love this one. I prefer dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery. Why do white conservatives like to quote white slaveholders talking about slavery? Do you not see the problem in that at all? Not even a little bit? He wrote the Declaration of Independence. There's a million other things that you could quote from this man. Okay? And that you would pick and choose all these quotes about them talking about slavery is really bizarre. Almost like they knew it was really bad and would have long-term consequences for the people who were engaged in it, who were enslaved. Strange to me. Again, would have been outside Ruby Bridges' school, positive about it. Would have been at the Klan rally, okay? Promise you. Promise you. They were good people in the Klan. They were good white slave masters. Preferred dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery. All you had to do was wear a freaking mask, girl. That's all that we wanted you to do. Here we are a year later. Still in a freaking pandemic. That's all you had to do. That's good ice cream though. Hope you had fun investigating me. Now it's my turn. I love this photo because of how intense he looks. Doesn't he look so intense? Like, yeah. Like, Now it's my turn. And he found nothing. You are a terrible detective. Sherlock Holmes, you are not. Okay? I hope they had fun. This, probably my favorite picture. All of them. I used this in the intro video, but we didn't get to go into depth about it, okay? All right. Let's read the caption. I'm not sure who painted this, but thank you. Whoever painted this, you should be in jail, okay? You should be in jail for this. You should be in jail for this photo, for this painting. This is up there like when people draw like Kobe and Nipsey Hussle in heaven welcoming John Lewis. Like, you should be in jail for this art, okay? It's inappropriate, all right? It's one of the most powerful pictures of the division in our country. The craziest part of this photo to me is that his hands are clasped in prayer. At what point, at any time, have we seen Donald J. Trump, President Trump, pray? I want to know. That's like, when have we ever seen him pray? Could you imagine? Have any of us ever seen him do anything remotely like religious before he was president and barely during? I think he went to an Easter service once at Mar-a-Lago. Like, did that even used to happen before then? Before he became president? I want to know. I have a lot of questions about it. But all of a sudden, this is a God-fearing man who's praying, head bowed, eyes closed. At what point have we ever seen, I want to know through all his tweets before his account got deleted, if he had anything that like gave it up to Jesus, put it up to God, said, I'm laying this here. I think when asked what his favorite Bible verse was, he couldn't respond, but somebody felt compelled enough that the Christian president should be drawn with his head bowed and hands clasped in prayer. Love that. Let's get into who's standing on this American flag now, okay? Nancy Pelosi, who for some reason has her fist raised. I don't know why. Her and Chuck Schumer are holding a Mexican flag. It's the fact that all of them are standing on the American flag, okay? I think, are those refugees in the background? I think those are refugees in the background. Why would they draw this? Who drew this? And she's posted it. I mean, you know what's terrible? I can only assume because it's supposed to look like they're at the border and this is a line of people that they're letting in. I have no idea, okay? It's Obama in the back holding the UN flag. First of all, that's not weird because we're a part of the UN. I guess because he's standing on the American flag, that's what's like, like, okay. That's definitely Elizabeth Warren in the front, holding, I don't know what flag that is. Is that Hillary? Are there two Elizabeth Warrens in this picture? Who is that in the orange? Who is that? I don't know. Everybody's gonna look the same. But she's standing on the American flag, so clearly, all right. And then we see Bernie in the back with the red communist flag on brand. Love that for him. Okay. There's the AOC. There's, I think, it's the Taliba girl. Oh, yep. And then you can see right in the back with her little headscarf. That's Ilhan Omar. They got the red flag in the back. Love that for them. Who else is this? Who else? Can't tell. Oh, there's Maxine. Hey, girl. Hey, girl in the back. I guess they didn't have time to draw her with a flag. They were probably thinking about giving her the Pan-African flag, but we're like, you know what? Maybe we're doing too much now at this point. I love it. 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 Love it. Her favorite. This gem. I love this one because after I read it, I was like, wait a minute. What did Donald Trump do? I was like, how old was Donald Trump when MLK died? So I looked it up. He was 22. So he wasn't there either. This is a really interesting take for me because he wasn't there either. You know who was there? Bernie Sanders. You wouldn't have voted for him either. So it's really interesting to have to bring this up. Love that. Oh my God, this one killed me. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to see if you see it. If you see it, tell me if you see it. I'm gonna tell you about. It's two of the same shoes. It's two left feet. Okay. Why would he have two left feet? Whoever made this, did you make this and like think about it? That's crazy. It's two left. Like nobody saw this when they were making this meme and thought like somebody might catch this and think that it's stupid, like that it's dumb. As the saying goes, a picture says a million words. Yeah, they're all stupid. Every single one of them. Love that. Don't worry, I'm about to test positive for a second term. This is when he got COVID, so she posted this around. It aged well, fantastically. I mean, yeah. There are a lot of Christian Democrats. This was funny though. I kikied when I saw it. This was funny, but there are a lot of Christian Democrats, and it's weird to pretend that there aren't. Like it's really delusional. Jerry Falwell, Senior, shout outs to you because you were successful in creating the moral majority because Republicans are this high and mighty that they think that there aren't Christians who are Democrat. There's probably just a reality that more people who are secular will also vote Democrat. Just saying. I love this one. How on brand for America. And also the reason why I'm wearing this shirt, right? Because pro-life and pro-gun. Pro-life only means when we're talking about abortion. Because his shirt is not pro-life, like, sis. The face that you make when you give up your golden years with your supermodel wife and billions of dollars to save Western civilization from communism, just to be slandered in the press every single day. Yet you still refuse to quit. First of all, like half of the presidents ever have been super old and probably should have been retired, okay? So, let's give up your golden years. He wouldn't have stopped working even if he wasn't president. Like, give up his golden years. Like, what does that mean? He's involved in so much stuff. I just can't. Thank you, President Trump. You inspire us all to keep going, even in the face of hate, false lies, and fake news. If she ever sees this, she's going to think that I'm hate, and I just feel so bad for it. And it's just, no, you're just so misinformed. And I hate that for you, actually. As somebody, if I'm a Christian who's supposed to love everybody, I hate that for you. I hate that evil in your life, and it's crazy. No, he is not perfect, but neither are any of us. We are thankful to call him president. Okay. Your supermodel wife. Okay. Another classic and favorite of mine, because this one was just so incredibly racist. It was just so racist. And it's like, it's one thing to want to criticize what happened and not have to be called a racist, but this was actually racist. Like, but it can't be racist because, you know, she's a Christian, she's a good person who doesn't see color. So that's why she couldn't see that the racial implications on this. So let's read the caption. So true. Yet President Trump gets blamed for the violence. I cannot believe how blinded people can be. I can't believe how blinded you could be to look at this picture and not realize it was inappropriate. They are the ones calling for no more police for the peaceful protesters. Hello? That creates mayhem in our nation. Peaceful? Well, all I can say is that the left has always been good at lying. The left. It took me, I didn't really get that at first. I was like, oh my God, because on the left side. Jill, that's funny. That was a good one. I liked that. That was funny, girl. I liked that. I was tickled, I'm not gonna lie. Let's get into the picture. Okay? A burning American flag. The police on fire with the sign that says defund. I'm not even gonna get into that. It's too much. Oh, and it's on the Black Lives Matter Boulevard. I didn't even notice that. Okay? And I think in the street, is that a white person? Okay. It's the sign for me that says hire fewer whites. What the hell does that mean? Because that we ask that more black people be considered for higher up positions. That, I don't want to get into why that's racist, because if you can't see it, there's really no point in arguing with that. Yep. And then it's the statue for me on the flaming fire, on the we cut off, but so it's then on the statue that it says kill all whites or something like that, which is crazy. And I can only assume that's in reference to all the Confederate statues that came down this year or that got vandalized. It's a good equivalent though. I love the angry face that Kamala is making. Not a stereotype about black women at all. Not racist. Jill is a good person and does not see color. That's why she didn't notice her extra dark baby. All right. And the irony of Biden holding this fine people sign when that's actually like a direct quote from Donald Trump, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, on the right side, right? On the right side, there's a church. There's the police outside people's houses. Because people in the suburbs, they vote for peace and police. For the longest time, I thought behind the city was like, this was smog covering the city. And I was like, oh, that's crazy that you guys would admit that there are environmental consequences to being a Republican since y'all don't believe in climate change. But no, it's worse. It's Mount Rushmore just in the back of, in the skyline of this city. Love that. And then you have this statue on the right side that says good, I think American. Like the Jeans by Khloe Kardashian. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Not problematic at all. She posted this September the 2nd, bro. September the 2nd. We were out of peak marches and riots. September the 2nd. September the 2nd. September the 2nd. Yeah, crazy. I think this is after, like way after they announced that they weren't going to press charges. So you like went out of your way to be racist. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? A couple of weeks later, she would post about her extra dark baby, so I guess we can't be surprised. Can't. Love this for us. Oh my goodness. Like, literally this, like, just, why, Jill? Why? A lie doesn't become truth. Wrong doesn't become right, and evil doesn't become good just because it's accepted by a majority. Like the majority of the people who thought that there was election fraud. Okay. Cool. This was a great one too. Loved this. It's the caption for me. Top picture. Keep America great. How our founding fathers intended it to be. Bottom picture. Ruin America and rip to shreds the values we once held dear and turn our great nation into a socialistic, communistic nation. It's how our founding fathers intended us to be. So these are people who used to like cut their skin open and let out blood to treat disease, which did nothing. But that was their freedom to do that, right? These are people who would have taken leeches and put them over their body as a medical treatment. So you can see how it's a little bit weird to think that they wouldn't want a law about masks, seeing as how they had absolutely no understanding about diseases, communicable illnesses, vaccines, or any of that. So it's just strange to me. Again, Trump really gave up his billions of dollars. This billionaire, because he understood the average American, this white man who's been rich his entire life, decided to become president because he knew what the $30,000 a year American needed, what the $50,000 a year American needed. And while his wife may carry that salary around her wrist as she walks out the White House, he's a billionaire and earned that. And that doesn't mean that they are untouched and remote from the real problems that really plague the American people. God bless him. Honestly, truly. Great guy, you know. This is probably also one of the best of the best. It's her back being turned. Like, this is super serious. Read below to make an informed decision. Let's look at some of these posts that will help us make an informed decision about how we should have voted on November the 4th. Why are businesses only boarding up in Democrat-run cities? If Biden wins, we don't go riot and destroy our cities. We have jobs. We go to work, which is crazy because everybody had January 6th off, which was a Wednesday. Me personally, I know I couldn't take off a Wednesday at work, not without PTO, to go support my billion-dollar president, who's a billionaire and understands the average American, but would host a rally on a Wednesday when I would have to take it off of work, when the average American salary is being worn around his wife's wrist. Love that. We make the money to be taxed so Democrats can continue to sit on their lazy asses living off government handouts. I love this. Is also one of my favorite narratives, that Democrats don't work or don't want to work. It's really weird. It's really hard to get government assistance, actually. We make the money to be taxed so Democrats can continue to sit on their lazy asses living off government handouts. That's wild that she posted asses on her page. You're a little Christian. It was a cuss word. She had another thing that was like, I can't believe Christians are swearing. So what's this, sis? I want to know. Again, aged well, aged well, aged well. Love that for America. Tomorrow, American pride will defeat American hatred. The rule of law will defeat the rule of mob. And it did, though. And it did. Did this age poorly? Maybe not. He was right. He was right. Because Joe Biden still got elected even though those people stormed the Capitol building. And a mob made people feel unsafe. The rule of law did prevail and the FBI will find them. You ain't lied. Freedom will defeat tyranny. Let's do this, Patriots.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.